So while this was on my mind, I wanted to go ahead and share it with you. Maybe, it can help somebody. I don't know, but you don't have to hurt other people to get ahead. You don't have to get over on people in order to be successful. This is not necessary. In fact, it's better when you don't. It is better if you don't. You don't have to do unethical things. I've heard this. I've heard people talking about this. It seems like, oh, I can't get ahead. Life is hard. And all this, and it seems like the only people that are getting ahead are doing unethical things. Scammers, people lying, people selling you courses that aren't worth anything, right? And then also people point to the ultra mega rich class of individuals who, use people's labor and use the government to their advantage, and their connections and things like that. But to that, I would say, for one, do you want to be mega rich? Is that what success is to you? Mega rich. We're talking about mega rich, not a millionaire, billionaire, right? Is that actually necessary? There's a channel, pretty good channel. It's called It's a Wealthy Life. And this guy, he talks about a lot of different stuff, financial stuff, and he's on another level from me. Financially, he's way up there from me, right? But he had a video talking about the wealthy versus the ultra wealthy, and he's a pretty wealthy guy, I would say. I mean, he's doing well, and smart individual, right? But he was talking about how there's a huge difference between the ultra wealthy, and we're talking billionaires, and then the regular millionaires, people you might know that have a nice house, car, 401k, their own all kinds of investments. Maybe they have a business, maybe they have a really good job, they're very smart with their money, and they've got to the point where they're millionaires. But here's the thing, and there's a point to why I'm saying this. We're not the ultra wealthy people. We don't need to be that. I mean, I think most of us would be just happy to be just successful, individuals, where we could have a life where we could provide for our family and enjoy life to some degree, and maybe provide some value. And that's where this next piece comes in. But forget about what the ultra wealthy does. If they're not ethical or moral, and some may be and some may not be, I don't know, but if they are, who cares? Does that really matter to you? Are you trying to get on that level? I certainly don't really care to get on that level. I don't want to work in government. I don't ever want to be the president, because I don't want to have that kind of power or whatever. And I don't want to be mega wealthy or mega rich, because I don't need that kind of power either, personally, right? For me, success would be like providing for my family, being able to experience and share experiences with people in life, and things like that, along those lines, kind of having financial freedom, if you want to call it that, and live a good life. There's a lot more to it, but you get what I'm saying, and maybe you have a definition of what that might look like for you. It's not all about money, but you need money to do things. So here's the thing. You don't have to get over on people to get ahead. You don't have to do it. I'm gonna give you an explanation from my life, something that I do, and it hasn't made me wealthy, super wealthy or whatever, but it's freed up a lot of my life and it's helped me out. Is I sell things on eBay, right? And when I think about selling things on eBay, I think about what I call the win-win-win situation. And here it is. So I go and buy items that I sell from multiple different types of individuals or entities, right? So either bin stores, where they're trying to get rid of the items. They buy in bulk. They spend tens of thousands. I buy in less bulk, and I might spend hundreds at a time, or even less, maybe even tens or hundreds of dollars. But I'm buying products from them very cheaply because they need to get rid of it. That's their business model, and it's good for them. So they win when I go in and buy my products, right? But I get it at such a low cost that, guess what? I get to go and sell it to an individual on eBay. Say it's a $20 item. How do I convince them to buy the item from me? Maybe I got $1 in it, $2 in it, okay? I can afford to sell that item for $17.99. after fees, after shipping, all that. They take a large cut. But after that, it's still profitable for me. Maybe I can sell it for $15. They can save $3 to $5 doing business with me. So that's a win for the customer. And guess what? At the end of the day, I make a profit as well. And that's a win for me. So it's a win-win-win. So and this has been the best thing that I've done probably in my life, as far as creating some level of freedom, or at least some level of breathing room financially. Help me out. If you want to say get ahead, whatever. And the way I've done it, and the way it's been done, is the win-win-win situation. So you're helping other people, and when you're helping other people, it turns out that that can work out really good for you also. And I'd be willing to bet, a lot of the not ultra wealthy, but wealthy millionaires, people that that might have a nice house, nice car, whatever, they've done things to help other people too, to get where they're at. Probably. They probably own a business, and you say, well, they're just using the labor. Well, they're providing a job, and you get to choose whether you go to the job or not. And I know a lot of people that work for this type of individual at their business, and they love their job because their boss is way better than any corporation ever has been to them, And so when they're able to provide these type of opportunities for people, it's a good thing. And it can be a win-win situation. And if they're good to their customers, it's a win-win-win situation, right? You find wins for everybody, and it can lead to good things. So you don't have to do unethical things to get ahead. You don't have to hurt other people to get rich, to get wealthy, whatever it is. I'm personally not really interested in getting rich, whatever. I don't need the Lambo. I don't need all of those status symbol things. That's not what makes me happy. I want time with my family, so that's freedom to do things and create things, right? And and I would like to actually do things that give back too. Hopefully something like making this video gives back a little bit, and in some way can be a good thing for somebody out there. Hopefully you get something out of it. And think about ways that you can help other people win, man. And if you make other people win, dude, they're going to be interested in you winning, because if you do that and you win, you're going to continue to be able to do things that help make them win. You know what I'm saying? And it can go on and on. So looking out for people is a good way of getting ahead. You could do it unethically, but that's going to come with a cost one way or another. One way or another, it's going to come with a cost. Easy come, easy go. Even if that's just the end of it, the easy come, easy go part. You get all this money, but you weren't ready for it because you didn't put in the work, right? And it'll slip right through your fingers. And then you won't be able to bless people in your life. You won't be able to have that freedom and have a good life with your family and things like that. I don't know. These are just thoughts I had, man. I've been thinking about it. And with the eBay and things like that, I always look for the win-win-win situation. For this channel, I'm looking for the win-win. I want to make videos that help people and that help us think, outside the box and think of things in a different way, or maybe just give you that food for thought for the day, just to, change things up a little bit. Maybe you were looking at the news, man. The news is full of bad information. Maybe you were watching a YouTuber who's sitting there dooming out, talking about how bad things are and only people that are unethical get ahead. If you came across this video, I hope that you leave with a sense of the possibilities of life, right? There's abundance out there. The economy, yeah, it's tough, man. It is, and it's real tough. I can tell you that I've experienced this. But it's not impossible. And there is a way, right? There is a way. You just have to find it. Sometimes you might have to get creative. I've been selling stuff on eBay and DoorDashing. And I have another YouTube channel and this channel now. And I've been doing a lot of different things, man. Just putting it together, dude. Just putting it together. And I don't know what the heck I'm doing half the time, but I'm doing the best I can. And you know what? We're doing all right. And I'm thankful for that. But you get ahead by helping people. You don't have to hurt people to be successful. All right. That's all for the video. Get anything out of it, consider hitting the like button. That helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more stuff like this. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, each and every single one of you. I may not always say that, but I do always appreciate you. And with that said, I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.